Hello everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with Darth Mod. So, we've done, I think we've 60 something videos at this point. I'm not actually sure how many I've done, but I saw there were a lot of them. Around 60-ish. I think it was 64 or something. This would be 65 or something like that. So I think it's about time to round it off. To sort of end this. I've got some extra stuff which I was thinking about that could possibly be interesting. But I think what I'll do is the way which I've done it now, where I've basically shown you all the steps towards the different goals. If I managed to get France to become a revolutionary France, and then I could fight them if they get any interesting units like that. I would basically do all the turns until that's set up, and then maybe I'd show one video with the battle as sort of an extra thing. But the thing we need now to win is we need Gibraltar, we need Malta, and so the biggest real war that will be coming on here is the war against the Mughal Empire and taking Hindustan. So I think that's a good idea. So maybe not in this video, but I think pretty darn soon I'm gonna start asking for how we do with the straw polls, and we'll see what the next Total War campaign will be. And now upcoming as well, we've got I've missed out on doing a few maps, I know, on War of Rights, and then we've got Holdfast coming real soon. I believe what was it, the 24th? It's released. Is it the 24th? Am I saying that wrong? What is it? I'm not sure. It's close. It's like, I think it said somewhere on a post 10 days or something like that. Like, it's not very far until that's released, so that's going to be interesting. And I'll probably maybe focus on playing that a bit more, maybe stream it and so forth. Yes. Any ideas and so forth, just please let me know. Let's go back to the campaign, and what do we have going on? Well, I've landed this army under the command of Geoffrey Reynolds, so I've got all the late Marine infantry. And then, just because the thing was, I really didn't want to use the Highland warband, because I felt as though maybe what I would do is let Scotland rebel, and we would have sort of to symbolize the Jacobite rebellion. But I didn't want to employ them in my army and use them like regularly, because that would seem like, why would I use basically Jacobite troops? But I thought it would be interesting, and at some point on that, it probably would have been good to use them against some of the native armies in North America, but also the Indians or the Persians, which have a lot of... Well, the Persians didn't have that many melee troops, but they would probably be a quick, to throw in to fill gaps and so on, and just... Here comes the bloody Scotsman! Yeah! Anyways, we're going to see the Scotsman right now. And I'm going to throw them in to retake Gibraltar. It's kind of interesting how... I've probably already said this, that Spain is helping us to keep Gibraltar in our hands, which is a very interesting way of Spain of dealing with it. It's a high-star general, this guy, of Genoa. So maybe there's where the confidence is, that they took on the greatest empire. And there we are. There wasn't a lot to be moved around really for this battle. Got the general over here, and then as our main line here, we've got the Marines. Oh god, these guys... I mean, on the picture they don't look that bad, but I mean, look at the hat. It really looks like some kind of steampunk version. Some kind of steampunk soldiers, and then kind of cool though that we actually have a captain commanding them. but that would probably have been a Marine commander or a Marine lieutenant. Well, not a lieutenant. The Marines were different to the... I don't know. Let's not go into that. But these guys, I mean, they look like... I don't know. What kind of Marines were they? These kind of Marines are the ones that you would like find in some sort of steampunk balloonist thing. That looked really strange. Like, but then to offset the steampunkers, we've got the Scots, and they've all got axes. I thought they were gonna have swords or claymores. Instead, they all got axes, and I don't like the way that these guys sitting down. God, that seems like that could easily been. Oh, that guy, he puts his axe right there. That's not a good position. He looks. I mean, this. Look at the guy's face. He's like, yes, this is not going very well, is it? And that guy, like, yeah. You see when I put my axe? Like, no, please. Few millimeters away and I'll lose everything. They do shoot, so I'm not entirely sure. I hope that they've got pistols and it's not that they've got throwing axes, because that would be, I think, a little bit retarded. I'm not entirely sure why they all have axes and why they don't have clay. I would imagine because of the picture that they would have a claymore and a shield, not bloody... Look at that axe as well. What is on that? What is that symbol? What does that look like? It looks like some kind of bee? I don't know. Like, or an... I don't know what that is. Does anyone know what that's supposed to be? I don't know. I'm looking at it, but no. I can't be sitting here looking at it. The idea is, anyways, these guys will advance up through here, because I thought, or maybe I should have the Scotsmen coming up here, because the enemy wouldn't be able to shoot them as they closed in here. My idea was that they would come sneak through the town and then come in the flank and go and just throw themselves upon the enemy. That the enemy would advance upon the steampunk Marines. And they would, and the Scots would come out through the town and just slaughter or whatever. But maybe I should have them all walk in a line, walking through here instead. And they would be coming walking up, and then as they just come up here on the edge, they would just charge forwards, and then we would have the steampunk Marines march up afterwards. And if these guys would fall apart, then the steampunk Marines would advance after them and just shoot everything down. We're advancing the troops. The steampunk Marines are advanced. I'm not entirely sure why the blue as well. The blue and yellow. So what does the enemy have? They've got a battery over there. African natives. Bit of cavalry. Infantry. Moving around, we got the cavalry, provincial cavalry. They've all got, because they've really got no proper units, they've all got these shitty looking uniforms, all of them. They're all like the earlier types of crap units. And it doesn't, I mean, the recoloring of these uniforms don't look very good. You can easily sort of see how sort of crappy the textures are on them. See how the Scots do against cavalry. I was hoping that the enemy was going to have like... that that they were gonna have a load of infantry coming marching at us. Halt! The Marines will halt! This Marine unit will get over here rather quickly. The General will get over here. Fire, damn you! It'd probably look a lot cooler if we'd actually faced... Well, the Scots were able to deal with cavalry. Well, I guess partly it's because of the steampunk Marines shooting the enemy down as well. We'll see what happens when we come a bit further away from the lines, and we'll see how the Scots do against the line infantry. We got reinforcements of enemies coming in here. What we really want to do is, ooh, that's that house there. If I could take a position within that. The thing is, this one, we need to take this one and control that, I think. So I will take these two steampunk Marines, and they will run as fast as they can to take up position in that house. The rest of the Scots, or the Marines aren't Scots, so I shouldn't say the rest of the Scots, but the Scots will continue on and slaughter as they go. Still think it's a real shame that they don't got claymores. Wait, what we'll do here is I'll test out what they actually shoot. If we can get these guys to come up here. I imagine they're actually going to throw some axes. We got two enemy units right here. Let's see. What? Did they speak Spanish? Oh no, they've got pistols. That's good. I was worried there. But they probably shouldn't have done that, because we lost a hell of a lot of men standing there just taking fire from this at that close range. So it's better just to get straight in there. Get your axes out. And slaughter them. Scots fighting here against the what were the guys called? The African Native Infantry Regiment. The thing about these guys, they look kind of like a Black Putin. Ish. Or at least that's what I think. Oh shit. Is that a bloody canister? What's going on here? Oh, this one's... My units are breaking apart. And we got all of this not doing anything. We got one of our Highland war bands retreating. What I need is... we need to come to the aid of these two. So if I maybe get this one closer, and this one, if I get this one out of the woods, and then the general staff get closer up here. The Scots continue to fight, but they have lost quite a lot of men. These two units though were able to successfully kill off this unit, but it's still standing, which I'm quite surprised. That the unit's actually still standing, that it hasn't routed. Let's see if we can charge through just to get rid of that stupid cannon. slaughter them. The enemy is beaten. Let's see if we can run into the houses. Or actually you go to that house. And then let's see if we can get these two to come into that house. And then we've got the rest of the steampunk marines coming in. Take these three. Come along like that. The general will come around here and then can charge in the back of those units. And then this Highlander warband will come around there and then assault that unit. And then these three will come towards this height and sort of move through that way of the village. And then I want the general to move a bit more. Wait, didn't I told you to run. There we go. And then charge in. Charge. Now they're surrounded by angry Scotsmen on all sides. They're not going to stand for long. Unfortunately, our two units that were heading towards the house have been stopped by this unit of dragoons. We have, however, secured these two houses. There's more African infantry. The cavalry unit was broken. Why don't we... One will move into line, while the other one continues on its task of controlling the house. Okay, the Scots are ready. Let's see if we can get them up close. Fire their pistols and then go in. He's lost his flag. No, it's not the flag guy. It's the sergeant with his pontoon. I thought maybe it was the flag. He's lost his flag somehow. I wonder, because a lot of other units, everyone fires the pistols, not just the first rank. But I guess the first rank is a lot more accurate, because you wouldn't... I mean, the guys in the further backs, like back here, they definitely would shoot someone in the front ranks. Wow, we got 3 people. Charge! And the poor armed citizenry, they don't really stand a chance, do they? They don't have the melee stats at all to fight the Scotsmen. I mean, they've got the Felladines. I'm not entirely sure why they couldn't have done like the Felladines with sword and shield. I want you actually in the house, you stupid bastard. Right, why aren't you shooting? Or are you firing by volley? And that is why you've lost basically your entire bloody company? Rear rank! Fire! Although the Africans, they're not doing too good there, them either. Right, they're Spanish speaking. Well, they're Genoans, so they should speak, what's it called? Italian? Maybe I'm just mishearing the words. Let's see. What do we have? We've got some cannons and stuff. I thought there were going to be more enemies turning up. Let's have these three then march through town. Let's get the Scots through town. We can have the general just ride them down, can't we? Full speed ahead. The town hall is captured. It's ours. This company of Marines, steampunk Marines, are doing pretty well, but not really well enough. I'm gonna see if I can withdraw them towards the wall here, and that will open up this African unit to fire from the house. Oh, but they broke once they were able to escape, I guess. They were outnumbered quite a lot. What's this? Heroic death! How so? Oh. Oh. The thing I probably could have... Oh. Yes. Just continue going like that. Yeah. Just fall over. They're broken. Forwards. Let's get those bloody guns. And here comes the angry Scotsman. Or actually it says concerned. So the concerned Scotsmen are moving up. Because their general has died. How does it look when you look from first person? The house is actually shooting some of the Scotsmen. They're moving down through this town, chasing these guys away. Oh, it's nice camouflage, this green uniform. I'm surprised these units haven't... Wait a minute. The armed citizenry defeated my Scots? What? How? How is that possible? That's why the cannons didn't give up. Well, we have got these three units. They're not moving the other way. So if we can get you guys to run to position... Oh, they gave up. Good. We are victorious, and Gibraltar is back in our hands. And here we've got the statistics. We lost about half our force. We got 3,000 men remaining. I'm gonna have to see... Let's see, who did kill the most? One Highland warband was the highest killer. Did we lose a few units? It looks as though we've lost... One unit was lost. One unit didn't lose a single man. Yeah, it seems we've lost a unit. I'm not entirely sure if it's a Marine unit or if a Scottish unit. Let's see, where do I have the Marines? Oh god, I'm gonna try to find them through all of this. It's probably easier maybe to see if it was the Scottish unit by going up to Scotland to see if we can recruit. Wait, there's the Highland warband. No, we didn't lose one of them, so it must have been one of the Marines then. Or do I have the Marines? Probably down here somewhere. Wait, there's the Marine light infantry, 10 out of 10. Huh. Well, then I didn't actually lose a unit. I just thought I did. Right, we'll probably move over and take this place as well. Can I move right now? It seems I can't, but what we can do is we can push out, we can force this navy out, and we can attack it, we can sink it, and this should enable us to get across. We demand surrender, they refuse, so we slaughter them. We will exempt the region from tax, same for this one. They've got a university, which we're gonna tear down. Oh, it's a Genoese one, so they build one. What do they have? They have a lot of these, but no trade ports. Interesting. I'm gonna start by repairing this one. We're gonna tear these two down though. No, actually, I'm just gonna tear this one down. I'm just gonna rebuild it in how we want it. And then the troops need to be replenished. And then we've got this force right here. It needs replenishment. But then we're gonna see about landing it on Corsica, so we can take that from them as well. And I've left Naples so that can rebel and become its own nation. And then I've set in motion to have these places rebel. Now, if they don't create their own nations, the Greeks or the wait, what's it? Oh, Poland, Lithuania. I thought maybe Hungary had rebelled and became its own nation. But otherwise, the Austrians can go in and take it. Right, let's go ahead and end the turn. Wait, we do have these guys that we need to fight, but it's so like we've fought so many Indians, so it's kind of boring. And I want to keep them because what I was thinking is someone said if you get, you know how you give it to. We'll see. I've got an idea there. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn and see what the enemy comes up with now when they've lost. Genoa has lost most of its territories. Okay, so we got a interesting development here, whereas the Italian states declare war on me. I guess they are trying to take Naples because it's not guarded. They can bring Venice and Spain with them. I hope they don't. No, they did not. Very good. The Pope. I guess we're gonna have to teach the Pope a lesson. Right, so we've got something going on here. Army destroyed. I did not know that the war with the Persians was still ongoing. I guess the Persians declared war on me again. So we got 2 units, 2 huge armies of Persians moving up here. We got even more Persians coming here. I don't really have enough troops. I mean, what do we have here? A gentleman here? God. He's gonna have to march through entire Europe just to get to... The thing is, I've almost got all the... the technologies, so... successful mission. Election results. Recruitment. Construction. Trains gained. Thing is, I've almost got, so I'm not... maybe it's not worth it really to take the time just to move him. The Tale of Earl Ferris. Something has been hanged for murder. Let's move him just there, so in case I can move him by ship back to England. So very interesting turn of events here, where the Italian states think that they can beat me. Probably they're gonna try to take this. We're gonna have to try and stop them. bloody hell. I wasn't thinking about having to fight the bloody Pope as well. How does this army look? It's not really ready to be transferred to attack Corsica just yet. I mean that they have the nerve to attack me even. Let's see. Well, this area is safe now as long as Spain doesn't start getting any ambitions or any ideas. Let's move these though into port so I can repair these ships. We have quite a lot of them. One of these needs to be turned into a port, and this will be turned into a church instead, because we're gonna need that to turn this province around from being Muslim. What I'm thinking as to not fight him over Naples again is to give Naples to these guys and then defeat them. So I am going to give you a region in Europe, you silly Native American. Oh, so he accepts. Let's go back to Europe and take a look. So now this region is under the control of the what's it called? The Plains Nation. However, as he said, something I was stupid or whatever I smelled. I was a smelly, stinky boy, he said. This, trying to pronounce that. Mahapipia Vakap Anakida the first. God damn it, that guy. Wait, current treaty is protectorate of Spain? Are you a protectorate of Spain? What? Am I gonna have to declare one Spain? Oh, you sneaky little bastard. Sneaky little shit bastard. Absolute tool. He became a vassal of the Spanish. Wow. Well, at least I saved this from falling in the hands of the stupid Pope. How am I gonna solve this then? Can I ally with Venice maybe? They are friendly. Do you wanna possibly have a military alliance? Where can I? Oh yes, because I'm friends with. Oh yes, because there's war with one of my other friends. That's why that's not gonna work. Right. This area is gonna rebel. And then we have this. I don't want to leave it in the hands of the Persians, but we've fought the Persians so many times and it's getting rather annoying. We're gonna fall back to the bridge for now. We're gonna see about if we can solve this some way or some other way without having to fight them. I want to see though what happens with this area as it rebels. Which of these places are going to become nations of their own and which are just gonna fall to barbarism. It's also going to be interesting to see if the Indians will be able to hold on to Naples. I imagine Naples, that region has, you know, 10 times the population of their original territories out there in nowhere. The bastards though managed to become vassals of Spain, which means if I declare war on them, probably Spain is gonna move in to support them. I was trying to save them, the vassal and all, and that's gonna cause a lot of problems, because then I will have to fight Spain again, which I'm not too keen on, since I'm at war with Genoa and I want to deal with that, and the bloody Persians. What are the Persians doing? You know, the idea was that we would move towards a conclusion of this by concluding the war with the Genoese, not that the Pope would declare war on me. And I completely had forgot about the rebellion in Bulgaria. Now we got rebellions going. So we got a rebellion in Bulgaria and Serbia and the other Kosovo or whatever. What was the other region? Yeah, Sarajevo, Bosnia and Serbia. Not rebelling just yet, but very soon. The thing is, the Greeks are allied with us, so the Greeks could possibly stand in the way of these guys successfully rebelling and taking the region, which I hope they don't. These regions hopefully will follow pretty darn soon. I want this one. Yes, it is unhappy because, well, the Plains Nation just tore everything down, so we'll probably see a rebellion go up here. My army is ready though to invade Corsica. Stupid bastards. But do I even want to do that now? We've got what we needed. We hold this region completely, and then we have Algiers. So we could probably... The thing was, I'm not entirely sure if I said this, the Swedes actually sold us Algiers. Or they gave it away for technology or something like that. Maybe it would be nice to take this just to take it off the stupid Genoese. But I'm not entirely sure, because I want to start to move towards the finish of this. And, you know, it's sort of repetitive to fight the same kind of force over and over again. We've got our army here. But that was for my strike towards the Mughal Empire in Europe. Let's see what the Genoese say if we go for a peace with them. Peace treaty has been signed. Apparently they're indifferent, but I don't believe that. Let's see, will you go for trade? 43,000 for trade. And your wealth is meager. No, thank you. I strangle your trade. You stupid bastards. Oh yeah, Spain is at war with Portugal. Let's get this navy out and see, where does the Pope has his navy? He has it on this side. Well, the Pope-y, I'm gonna go ahead and strangle your trade, Mr. Pope. Or at least your international trade. And then we could see about getting military access through Venice. Offer access indefinite for both. Unfortunately, this offers not. How about some technology? They're quite far behind us. And exchange that for. I want indefinite. I'll offer you 20, and then I'll offer a payment as well of 25 or 35,000 pounds. How about that? And so the business is concluded. So I've got access through the lands indefinitely, and so I can march in and I can strike the Pope in his popery. And see what the Pope thinks about that, and the fact that I'm laying his only port under siege. It almost, these Bulgarians almost look like communists without flag. And then we need to see what do we need to do about the bloody Persians. I'm gonna fall back to another bridge, and then we're gonna upgrade this. What if I launched like a strike? Oh, we got an army here. We don't want them to move towards India, so I'm gonna move these two navies together. And I'm gonna block this port. I don't want them. Oh god, there's so many of them. Where did the Persians get all their troops? They've got one full stack there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish full stacks. Where did the Persians get all the money? What do they have, which is so bloody fantastic? And you're kind of stupid leader as well. Persia? Where do you get all your money from? Are you at war with the... Oh, they're allied with Sweden, Mughal Empire, Dagestan, Ottoman Empire, and Italian states. God. Let's go ahead and end turn. I want to see the rebellions continue on. Well, isn't that wonderful? I saved the bloody Grand Colombia from destruction and keeping them back in the game as one of the few factions still alive in North America out of 3 factions. Because there's me, there's Grand Colombia, and then there's the Plains Indians. And so these idiots dare to defy me by attacking this castle of New Andalusia. The thing is, however, that looking at the time, we're not going to be able to feature this battle in this video, and I'm not entirely sure I want to feature this at all, because I want this to sort of... I think it's high time we started a new campaign in a new game. So you know what? After this, in the comment section, after this one and all the videos that are gonna come after in this, put suggestions down for what you think should come next. I'll put it into a straw poll, we'll vote about it, and then we'll see what we'll do. But right now, I'll say as I always say, I hope that you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!